A judge just sentenced a retired lieutenant for shooting and killing a special police officer. This happened during a training exercise at the Anacostia Library.
Our Matthew Torres has been following this sentencing all day in the courtroom. So, Matthew, do we know how much time he's going to serve?
Guys, the sentencing just came down about 10 minutes ago. A judge just sentenced this retired 60-year-old lieutenant to 3 years in prison for involuntary manslaughter, and that is the lower end of the sentencing guidelines, something that the defense wanted to, but not the prosecution. Family and friends just walked out of the courtroom visibly upset. As you might remember, he shot and killed 25-year-old Marisa Manyan at the Anacostia Library just a little over a year ago. Taking you back now to last year, Jesse Porter was leading a baton and handcuff technique training when witnesses say they were taking a picture and joking around after that class when Porter took out his gun from the holster and pointed it at her. He pulled the trigger but claimed he thought it was a dummy gun. But during this incredibly emotional hearing moments ago, the family's #1 question is why. We never got that answer today, but loved ones went as far as calling him a murderer who was unprofessional and negligent. Manyan's great aunt said, quote, "You are consumed with evil. An ex-policeman should be protecting instead of murder. You murdered her and the death penalty is too good for you." Before this hearing, her brother tells us his sentencing guidelines already was not enough.
The plea deal should have never been on the table. We know who did it. There is no justification, like I said, on why. He should have been sentenced a year ago. And for this process to be drawn out, it is unreasonable. Who do we have to blame for this? They obviously don't want to blame him. So do we blame DC for hiring him?
The family says they now have surveillance video from inside the library. The family's questioning still why Porter had a loaded gun inside the library in the first place. They are demanding for an investigation into possible policy violations that allowed this to happen. Porter did make a statement briefly apologizing to the family. His supporters also spoke up, saying his actions were out of character. His defense also disputed claims from the family that he was drunk during that training, and he says that Porter has accepted responsibility and called what happened a tragic accident. That's the latest here at the C Superior Court. And Matthew Torres, WUSA 9.
Now, from the family's point of view, it doesn't sound like we have seen the final chapter in this saga yet. Matthew, thank you.